Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Anne Murray and this is AM Astro. Today we're going to look at the lunar eclipse that comes up on the 14th. So I shall share the chart at 2:54 a.m. in Washington, D.C. And you can see the sun is at 2356 Pisces and the moon is at 2356 Virgo. So this is across the third and ninth axis, which immediately suggests communications and policy related to foreign governments or foreign communications. An eclipse is, a lunar eclipse is when the Earth's shadow crosses over, or the moon steps into the position where the Earth would be blocking the sun from reflecting onto the moon. So there is a sense of something hidden. It is a full moon, which is normally the culmination of what seeds were sown in the new moon. So the effects of the culmination of the seeds that were planted at the new moon are being concealed from us in some way. They're vague. They're not fully, we don't see the full culmination of them. Even though it is a full moon, because it's being eclipsed, means that they won't come up till later. Or the effects may hit and we just won't see them. This eclipse is being ruled by Mercury. And as you can see, Mercury is stationing to go retrograde. So there's a standing still moment of this is the moment. And Mercury is within minutes of where Venus stationed as well. So there is a sense of the point of no return. So we can't go there yet. We have to go back and read. Now, did we think of everything? Have we addressed everything? But because it's a full moon, it's like the point of no return has already been met. And so we can't undo anything, but we have to go back and reconsider what options we have. I hope that makes sense. This third house, the third house in mundane astrology can represent the attitude of the people. And hello, you want to come up? No? Okay. The tone of our emotions or how we're feeling about everything. And as you can see, it's a packed third house. All of those planets are within 20 degrees of each other. Come on. No. Because, I mean, it looks like Mercury is close to the cusp of the fourth house, but it's not, because that's 20 degrees Aries and Mercury is stationing at 9 degrees and 31 minutes of Aries. So it's well within the third house. Saturn is well within the third house. So we've got Saturn, which is a peregrine planet. It's in a sign that it has no dignities in, and it's combust. So Saturn's not happy. The sun is not happy because it is being afflicted by Saturn, a malefic. Neptune can't wait to get into Aries, I guess. I don't know. Venus is retrograde and in her detriment, and Mercury is stationing retrograde. So there's a lot of shit going on, right? And isn't there really? There's a lot of shit going on, and we're all just like, we don't know if we have the resources to do what we need to do. We don't know if we're getting the full picture, if we're being told the truth. And so, there's so much coming at us from all angles. So we're all just in this soup of, there's such a clear division now, and everybody thinks they're right. Everybody thinks their side is the right side. We all have feelings, right? And so, whether our feelings, is there some truth to what the other side has to say? And we can be very confident in our own truths for ourselves. But yeah, everybody has a right to their own opinions. And it's just, we're all going through shit right now, and we need to be more sensitive to what others are going through. Um, so this eclipse is going to be, because the moon represents our emotions and our bodies and our health, and it's going through the shadow of the earth, so it's going through what we don't see and what maybe bringing emotions up that we're not sure where they're coming from. In Virgo, it can also be very critical, where we question ourselves and question our emotions and find fault with not only the emotions of others, but our own emotions. Just very critical, very, the need to be perfect, the need to be right. That is very Virgoan. And Virgo being the sign of the Virgin, it's like, I'm not compromised. I'm pure. My emotions are pure. My thoughts are pure. They haven't been compromised. And yet, maybe they have. We do have a couple of aspects to this eclipse, besides Saturn being conjunct the sun, which is limiting and frustrating. We have Uranus in the fifth house here, which the fifth house of speculation. And so there's a sense, this Uranus, Uranus is like, hey, you didn't think about this, boom. Or, hey, you didn't look over here, boom. And so there's a sextile to the sun and a trine to the moon. But it's in the sign of Taurus, and so it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is in detriment and retrograde. So that says that whatever the speculation is, it's probably not good. Because aspects do not bring favor. Aspects are just the connection, and the energy that comes across those aspects depend on the dignity of the planets that are aspecting. And so, as we've already discussed, the sun is conjunct Saturn. So the sun is damaged. I can't remember the right word. I never can when the camera's rolling. Is damaged by the malefic Saturn. And so that sextile, which would be an opportunity. So it's like the sun wants to shed light on, and is given an opportunity to shed light on these speculative measures that Uranus is sitting over there in Taurus saying, and I can't help but think about the stock market and everything that's going on there. Or that, Trump and Musk are talking about this whole crypto fiasco. Like, you just imagine the worst. Oh, we're going to take the whole treasury and convert it to crypto. And, no, there is no gold in Fort Knox. It's all crypto now. We have crypto in Fort Knox. Speculation, taking chances. Now, it's an opportunity. So that doesn't necessarily mean that anything is going to happen. It's just presenting an opportunity. But the trine to the moon, that's a flowing aspect. That's a, supportive, like the opportunity has already been accepted. And so there's something happening there. And so the moon in the ninth house, this is the place of foreign connections. And so you just wonder how foreign influence has come in to this speculation of that crypto or Fort Knox or changing the economy altogether, some sort of speculation there. It's already in process because the opportunity has already been accepted. Um, Other aspects here, Mars, because Mars is applying to the sextile to Uranus. Um, and Mars is in detriment as well here in the seventh house of open enemies. And so also ruling Venus and Mercury and the fourth house cusp, the IC, the homeland. So there is still something here. Also, it's applying to a perfect square to the IC and the MC. The 1853, it's almost 19 degrees, and the MCIC is 20 degrees of cardinal signs. So that's a perfect square, a T-square. And so when a planet is square the IC and midheaven, it seems to be challenging the homeland and or the rebels and the leadership. There's a challenge there, and Mars is ruling the 11th house of hopes and dreams, and as I said, the fourth house of the homeland and the rebels. How can it be the homeland and the rebels? The opposition. How about that? The opposition to the leadership. So the homeland in whole, and then the opposition to the leadership. And it's over here in the seventh house of open enemies and partnerships. The nodes for the eclipse are squaring the ascendant and descendant. And so that mutable cross feels like, you know, things are getting ready to change. And this eclipse is bringing in these changes. You know, that's the whole thing about a point of no return. You can't undo what has been done. And so it's like the line in the sand has been drawn, and now we have to figure out what our options are. I don't know. I don't know. This is the Ides of March eclipse here. So here we have Donald Trump's chart on the outside of this lunar eclipse. And Donald Trump, of course, was born on a lunar eclipse, and his lunar eclipse falls very close to this ascendant-descendant line. And this lunar eclipse is squaring his lunar eclipse very closely. So again, the mutable cross. We have this element here, Trump's midheaven, right on top of Uranus, or Uranus right on top of his midheaven, which of course is a repeat of something that happened in Butler, PA, back in July, that led to him choosing Vance as his running mate. His Jupiter is being brought up to it's the most elevated planet in this situation. And his Jupiter represents, and I have said this over and over again, represents his 8th house. Let's swap them out. Okay. Yes, we can do this because the eclipse is going through his 8th house. Wow, right on the cusp of the 8th house. So I saw just a short little story. I don't watch the news. I just saw something posted, and that a guy got shot outside of the White House or near the White House. I don't know all of the details. I just know that the police were on alert for a possibly suicidal individual who had left Indiana and was heading to DC, and there was a confrontation. They found the car, and he was outside of his car armed, and And so a confrontation occurred and the gentleman was shot, and was in the hospital. And so I don't know what the rest. Haven't seen an update. Happened just after midnight, apparently. All that to say that this Uranus at this point in his chart in 47's F47, is that what we call them? There's going to be more of these. And with this eclipse in his 8th house and all of this energy going through his 8th house, you know, could be more of those things. People talk about a health event that's going to occur, another health event. We can see that with Pluto going into his 6th house of ill health. See that possibility. So, yeah, more to come. If I sound scattered, I apologize for that. I debated whether or not I wanted to do a video, but I kind of committed myself to doing the full moons and the new moons and just kind of like making myself do videos, because I do need to be able to articulate what I'm learning. And so this is my way of articulating it, is talking through things. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Write a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me, that I'm a hypocrite. Go ahead and post it. Whatever you want to do. It's all good. But I really appreciate any of you taking the time to watch my videos, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.